Good afternoon and welcome to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. Round 13 action from Marara. It's the Tiwi Bombers taking on the Wanderers. Joining me on my left is the great Andrew Hodges and Matty Hepworth. Matty, let's start with you. Tiwi coming off an impressive win last week.
Yeah, certainly are. They had a great win against the Palmerston Magpies over at Tracy Village. Just having a look at the both teams' numbers, we know they're both sitting down a little lower on the ladder than they'd probably want. But Andrew Hodges, good afternoon and welcome. But both teams still not out of the finals race.
No, definitely not. Thanks for having me, boys. It's great to be here. But yeah, both sides very exciting to watch. A lot of leg speed around, and we know Tiwi are just a game out of the 5, and Wanderers just a couple of games out. So it's a pretty close season this year. Wanderers probably haven't played their best footy, and Tiwi, we know when they're at their best, they play some electrifying, very exciting footy. So I'm expecting, with the list they've got in today, they're going to play some good footy.
Hodgie, it's a very, like throughout the year, it's been a young Wanderers side, but today, ever more so, there's none of the big names in there, is there? No,
they're missing a few. I think Matty will talk about that at some stage, but yeah, there's quite a few stars for Wanderers, premiership players and state league players for Wanderers that are missing today. But, you know, Tiwi are missing some players as well. I think Dion Mankara, saw him walking around in his walkout gear. He's not geared up to play, so he's probably in Nichols medal winning form at the moment. He's been a great player for them this year, so big loss for Tiwi, but as we know, they've got a lot of magic around, and I'm sure they'll cover him today.
Sorry, you go, Matty.
Among those missing names for the Wanderers are Liam Patrick, Braden McLean, Daniel Wheatra, and last week's Rising Star nomination, Joseph Salmon as well, who's in Melbourne, currently running a school athletics camp as well. But a big in for the Bombers today is Ozzy Wanamiri and his 150th gentleman.
I think the biggest in for Tiwi today is their runner boys. I think just looking down there, Cyril Rioli has got the runner's gear on. I think that's a pretty handy in for the Tiwi Bombers.
We'll have a look at him a little bit later on, as we just, he's not on the screen, but he's just running to the bench and he looks as fit as ever, does a little man. Well, I think we might find ourselves commentating what he's doing more than the actual game, Hodgie.
I think it's fantastic that he's out there running around. Obviously, he's a passionate Tiwi man, and to get out there and help the boys. I know he had lunch with them early today, so to see him out helping them and mentoring these guys is fantastic.
We haven't seen him pull on a Tiwi, Guernsey or a St Mary's one. It'll be interesting to see if he does later in the year. Everyone all around the country has been talking about whether he'll play or not, but we'll have to wait and see. He hasn't done it yet. It's good to see him out there, as Hodgie said, running for the lads as the umpires just having a bit of a gaze around. Make sure we're just about ready to get underway here at TIO.
The right number of players, of course, in the centre there.
I'm not a mathematician, but I think that looks pretty good as we're about to get underway. Round 13 action from Marara. It's Tiwi and the Wanderers as the ball is thrown up, and a bit of a contest there in the middle. Wanderers with the first clearance, doesn't get very far. So Wanderers control here, about to get run down.
Wow.
Big tackle from Ashton Hams, and advantage paid. Advantage there. Motlop just off a step, kicks to centre half forward. And well cut off there by Paddy Heenan, the captain. Umpire asks him to move. He does. Goes out wide to the outer wing. Michael Dunn, the dashing half back. He takes a mark, plays on, kicks inside 50. Dangerous looking ball. But Wanderers there with numbers, although that is a bit of a stinker of a handball. Here's Roscoe Tungatalam on the left and just chopped off at the last minute. And the Wanderers look to get this out. So Hams on the ground, Motlop off a step, snaps over his shoulder, and the mark there taken to Jaden Adams. He's a big unit. He just weighs up what he's got down the line. That Marcus Totham goes without it. Paddy Heenan, handball chopped off. It's coming back. It's a drop ball every day of the week. Some bodies flying everywhere. Now the non-officiating umpires just paid are holding the man there. A nice ball. Here's Jakura.
First game for the Tiwi Bombers, I believe, boys. Ex-Wanderers player.
Ooh. Bit of rivalry going on today there.
Ashton Hams here. It's a nice kick. Paddy Heenan. Sorry, Simon Mankara goes inboard. Here's Tom Motlop at half back. Does well, lowers the eyes. Finds Sattler.
both times that Tiwis have hit inside the 50 there. Wanderers have mopped it up quite nicely and bringing it back now.
Here's Aaron Motlop. Inside 50 for the Wanderers now. Nice big lead and a great clunk. Scott Mayer. Know much about him, Hodgie?
Not too much. I know he's played a couple of games. I know Coach Peter Leonard rates him pretty highly. So, look, we saw there on a couple of occasions Wanderers trying to get the ball going pretty quickly and nice and long into him with those set of hands. Why wouldn't you?
Be mad not to. Scott Mayer on the approach. Throws it on the left. Looking back. No, it's out of bounds on the full.
One of the fly-in players for the Wanderers today is a countryman from Victoria, ruckman, good mate of Wanderers player Adam Cook.
You heard it here first. So here we go. Here's Roy Farmer. A nice kick. Mungatopi. And Hams to the left, ignores that. Now goes there. Ashton Hams. Lowers the eyes. Here's Paddy Heenan, the captain. He's been in good form this year. It's a nice looking kick. Here's Aussie Wanamiri, his first look at it. Winds around on the right, wants to get moving. That's a dangerous kick. Ross Tungatalam out in space. Well chopped off there by Marika. Here he is.
Bit of fancy footwork there.
Throws it on the left, centres the ball. It's a good kick and finds Jakura.
Outstanding there, boys. Tiwi just really measured. We saw the first part of the game. They just tried to go really quickly, and we just saw them, in that little passage there, just being more patient, making sure they hit up. Austin Wanamiri in his 150th game gave him an option and put it out to the clear side, and Adam Tippenwoody, great vision there to get it back into Jakura.
So here he is, Jakura, the man from Gove, throws it on the right, winds it up. It's a good-looking kick off the boot. He gets his first in the new colours for Tiwi and gets Tiwi's first as well.
One of several ex-AFL players lining up for Tiwis today. Nathan Jakura, former Geelong and Western Bulldogs player, lives in Yirrkala and Gove, as you mentioned, Nick. Taken as pick 25 in the 2006 National Draft, 25 games in the AFL between 2007 and 2012. And they bring not just skill, but such great leadership and wisdom when they come from that top level, don't they, Hodgie?
Yeah, absolutely. And he's a big pickup for Tiwi. Obviously, mentoring these Tiwi guys out on field is fantastic. And just the build-up to that, the control, and then when they had the space, they went quick, and that was definitely an instruction from Coach Brendan Toy. I think early on they tried to go quick, and that time just a bit slower, and it paid off for them.
So back in the middle. Hams wins the clearance for Tiwi. Heenan off a step. Up to centre half forward. Ball in dispute here. But one out by Nook Mansell. Scrappy kick, but it might work. Marcus Totham gets a handball over the top. This is better from the Wanderers. Better build up. Motlop inside attacking 50. Just chopped off at the last moment. Fajo gets ran down from behind. So the ball's coming back.
It's all now.
Looks like it's going to Jakura. And 50.
50 as well.
By the look of it. Need to... It was good when you were doing it with us, the commentary last year, Hodgie, when we had Noons upstairs texting us what was going on with the umpires, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there. I think one of the players had gone through the mark or was in the protected zone, so the umpires brought it down the ground.
Heenan with the kick.
Tippenwoody's been very lively early across half forward, getting plenty of the ball.
Yes, he's a sneaky little man. Jakura's been very busy early. He sets it up. Good kick and a good mark.
Great mark.
For Jeffrey Simon. May have copped a bit of an ear massage by the looks of it. He's all right, gets to his feet. And good build up again, Hodgie.
Yeah, really good. Jeffrey Simon stood his ground there, very brave, courageous. He's only 16 years of age, and he's already signed with Thunder for 2019 in the NEFL, so really excited to see how he goes, and he's been playing some really good junior footy this year.
So here he is, the young man. Kick from about 48. He's on the approach. Kick just pushed to the right by the looks of it.
Well, despite the behind, Tiwi Bombers are just doing what Wanderers can't, and that's that Wanderers had a couple of forward entries, is that they're just not converting on the scoreboard. And although that wasn't a goal there, is that Tiwi Bombers getting a lot closer between the sticks.
6 minutes gone in the first. It's Tiwi Bombers by 7 points. So So Wanderers will be looking to get a score pretty quick. Here's Joel Cabillo. Nice kick. Although just chopped off at the last minute down there by Aaron Daniels, and we'll have a boundary throw in right on centre wing.
Yeah, 7 minutes into the game, we saw the first couple of minutes, like I mentioned before, the ball was moving at lightning speed around the ground, but now both sides looking to take the tempo out of the game a little bit and control this one.
So Heenan cops one high. Interesting, Hodgie, it is stinking hot out there, but apparently we're supposed to get 100 mils of rain this weekend. It'll be interesting to see if it comes over at any stage today. Meanwhile,
lightning quick.
That is a scrubber of a kick, and it's just touched right on the line there by Michael Cooper. Holy dooly.
Was not the technique I was expecting.
Hodgie, as a coach, do you like to see the kick along the ground?
No, you'd like to put it away, but young Michael Cooper's only 16 years of age. He's had an outstanding season so far, so we'll excuse him for that one.
Doug Mansell on the outer wing, winds around on the right. It's a good kick. Umpire says right there and says play on, and we'll have another stoppage. And have a look. We've seen some great runners over the years.
Oh, there we go.
Peter McFarlane and whatnot, but from St Mary's, but no one as good as this, Hodgie.
Yeah, it's amazing. Fantastic for Tiwi to have his services today, and great for the young guys to have such a legend run around and help them out.
Extraordinary scenes. Good to see him out there, the young man. As Tippin Woody wins the clearance, and that is holding the ball every day of the week. So well done from Wanderers. They go with a long kick inside. That's a good mark, some good body work there from Puran Tatamiri.
To move it on here as well.
They're away. Motlop's
didn't get the bounce he wanted.
Motlop chops it off, throws on the right. That's a good kick.
Oh, wow. Very clever.
And it works. Great work from Wanderers chopping that one off Hodgie.
Yeah, they read that really well. Thomas Motlop and his teammate got over, recognised that it wasn't a great kick, and they just got numbers to the contest and obviously won out on that one. And just right on the boot, get it forward. So good opportunity here for Wanderers to get back almost square.
Keenan Smith Thompson, 15 out, slight angle, should dob it, and I've stunk that up for him. That's commentator's curse. Sorry, mate.
We will put that one down on the tally.
Big one.
Now, Hodge, you've got to be careful sitting in that seat there, because Ricky Nolan is notorious for the commentator's curse.
Well,
so we can test today whether it's Ricky or whether it's the seat.
Here we go, we're away here, half back. Mungatopi, it's a handball over the top. Aaron Daniels just goes off the deck. Bit of holding going on. Umpire says no worries. Mungatopi tries again. Big crunching tackles. So they've worked it inside 50. His 150 gamer. Austin Montemiri goes without it. Might get it back. Charges through, does the big man. Goes off the deck, but not quite finding the goal square.
It's the second shot, soccering shot we've seen from the Bombers.
Sattler. It's Thomas Motlop. It's a good kick. So they've just taken the sting out of a bit here, Wanderers. A bit more controlled. It's Keelan Fijo.
Tiwi set up really well behind the ball here, boys, and that's what's forcing this slow play. They've got numbers back and some guys sitting in the hole.
Zelio down the line, and that's over the line for a throw-in.
Yeah, but he's, I love the way he goes about it. He is the unsung hero of the Tiwi backline. He always wins his contests, or he just breaks even. So he's been outstanding for Tiwi this week, and they're going to need this year. Sorry, and they're going to need him to be good today as well.
So Scotty Mayer in the ruck. Kateri wins that one down. It's a clever tap. That ball goes inboard from Eldridge. Here's Michael Dunn. If he collects it, he is off. Just keeps going off the deck. Gets worried out of it in the end. So Wanderers do well to chop that one off. Here's Eldridge. Has options in. He's just burned a couple. Goes long to the top of the square. Drop mark. Dropped ball as well. Snap on goal. He's to the right. Good effort there from White. Didn't quite get it through the sticks.
Doing a bit of rhyming there, mate. You're doing a bit of rhyming there.
Yeah, I was just rapping then. So, what'd you think?
The real Slim Shady, please stand up.
I can't. It's Puran Tatamiri on half back. Just chips it over. Travis Tambling. He's held up for the moment.
Now slide down a bit.
Big fly at the back. Simon goes without it. Sattler gets sat on.
That's 2 from 2 there, mate.
Sorry.
Wanderers have increased their pressure here, boys, in the last couple of minutes. It's created some opportunities for them. So if they can maintain this, it'll dry up the scoring for Tiwi and create opportunities for themselves.
So the tap out the back from Big Mayer does well. Look at that footwork there from Mansell. Here's Tommy Motlop. Puts it on the right. Inside 50. That's a good kick. Chopped off. The points out of Miri.
But a great start in the game.
He comes out outside. Here's Adam Tippermoody, the speedster, has his third bounce. Past someone to Shepherd. 4, 5 bounces. Throws it on the right. Good lead. Ikura. Just chips it over the top. So Adam Tippermoody gets it back. Into the pocket. Good lead and good mark from Simon Munkara. Difficult kick. He might just be weighing up his options here for the moment. He's got Chikura on. And finds Tungatalam. Why wouldn't you kick it to that man? The excitement machine.
This is as good as a goal, boys. I know this year's talking about this seat. Putting the muzz on him, but look, Ricky's away. He's actually in Bali at the moment.
Is he?
Sir Ricky, and I reckon he's sitting at Kuta Beach right now with budgie smugglers on, drinking his non-alcoholic pina colada.
Tungatalam dobs it. He gets his first, but more importantly, getting back to Ricky. Now, have you seen Ricky Nolan in the Budgie Smugglers before, Hodgie? Is that why you're saying it?
That was an outstanding goal by Ross Tungatalam. Just went back and went bang and made sure that was a straight through the middle. So you wouldn't want it in any other hands than his. And no, I haven't seen Ricky in Budgie Smugglers.
Well, he very much avoided that there.
No, it's good to see Roscoe Tungatalam get into the game. The excitement machine for Tiwi, the live wire.
I think we've seen early, boys, the more they can get the ball in his hands, Adam Tippermoody, Chikura, these guys, it generally ends up in a scoring opportunity. And putting Tatamiri and Babui across half-back have been outstanding as well early on.
I mean, Wanderers have had their opportunities up in the forward. They're just not converting on the scoreboard, though.
Absolutely.
So ball at half-back. Tungatalam gets wrapped up. Somehow gets a handball away. Although the umpire's pinged him for holding the ball. Meanwhile, Motlop weighing up his options.
A dance and carry for a second.
Kira's asking the question, how long has he got? It's a fair enough question too. He goes long and deep inside attacking 50. Big fly at the back. Michael Dunn there for Tiwi. Motlop gets it out. Sneaky little footwork from him, but it's all Tiwi. The clearance. This is good work from Tiwi. So his Hams traps the ball. Throws a bit of candy. Throws it on the left, long down the line. Munkara. And over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Hodgie, of course, the Bombers known for their speed, and they're certainly showing that today, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Hams didn't really have too many options down the line there. All his teammates were sort of out the other side of the ground. They didn't work too hard to get across. So they're all across here now. So see if they can break away from this contest.
So the ball goes in. Kira just goes with a interesting style, Bunana. Hams with the punch over the top. So the ball in dispute for the moment here. Right on centre wing. Mungatopi, well done, kept the ball going forward. Simon tried to go off the deck. Gets smothered at the last moment. This is better from the Wanderers, although again, just at the last minute, Tiwi, the better. And if that sits in and gets over the line, that's a huge win. And it does.
I think the difference in that passage there was Tiwi just managed to get players to the contest. They outnumbered Wanderers at each fall of the ball, and they're able to clear the ball and sort of stop Wanderers from potentially getting inside 50 in a scoring opportunity.
So ball thrown back in. Imagine without a ruckman today, the team won't be winning too many ruck contests. Ball gets kicked up to half forward.
Got a bit of pace he can run on here.
He's White, gets wrapped up, gets a handball away. Roy Farmer. Dangerous kick, but it's all right. Mungatopi. Pops it over the top. Bit chaotic. Tambling. And the mark. Taken there to Wilson. So he plays on the big man. So the kick in the Mayo direction, just out of his hands at the last moment. Again, Tiwi cleaning up. He's done. They're away here. Have a look at this. How much space has this man got? Adam Tippermoody. Until he did that.
He had a bit of a misbounce there.
He's having a bounce. He's going backwards.
He's got
nothing. That's a good kick. Didn't panic. And here we go. Michael Dunn's off to the races, is it? No. So Mungatopi. Lot with the spoil. He's done. Good kick from Tippermoody. Works well to Simon Munkara.
We had a bit of a laugh about Adam Tippermoody missing that bounce down there, but he actually had nothing to go to down the line. He had to hold it up and come backwards. So just his forward teammates just not presenting to him. So in the end, they've made something out of absolutely nothing.
Simon Munkara lowers the eyes. Look at that. Dropped mark.
Oh, no.
So the dropped mark going there to Albert Tippermoody.
I'd almost say that Wanderers have had more forward entries than the Bombers have, but they're still yet to actually get a goal on the scoreboard.
So ball thrown back in. Motlop with the hands. Have worked it out well, Wanderers. It's Aaron Motlop, although Hams gets there first. Comes out. It's Tungatalam. So he's 50, I would have thought. Anyway, it plays on. Yeah. Non-officiating umpire has paid that 50.
We were quite ready to pay that 50 there, I think.
I was penciled in.
He was about ready to get down on the ground.
Let's get Roscoe to get his second here. Big boy. I reckon he's going to have a day out. I can just feel it, Hodgie. I can just feel it.
Yeah, I think he had that look in his eye. Saw him warming up a bit earlier on. I think he's in for a big game. He's looking like he's in good shape, and yeah, obviously with the hint of finals around the corner, I think Tiwi want to be a big part of that. So one of the leaders in the side, he's going to take it upon himself to have a big one today, hopefully.
So Tungatalam get his second. Dobbs it.
39 goals last season and 2 today. He's looking good, Roscoe.
He is. So Tiwi moved to 3-2-20. The Wanderers just the two behinds. Just about 20 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Yeah, look, Wanderers will be happy with that, narrow down that margin a bit. You are watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL thanks to TIO NTFL's Apia and MacArthur River Mining. Of course, the Tiwi Bombers won 3-2-20, I should say. Wanderers 0-2-2.
Big Josh Wilson in the ruck. Who's he up against? Michael Wilson. Up it goes. A big crunching tackle there.
Wrapped up there.
Even though Michael Wilson's given away a couple of foot, I reckon, on...
He's getting up there, isn't he?
He's just breaking even in the contest, which is really important for the Tiwi midfield. Gives him a chance to get near the footy.
Motlop with a quick kick. It's up to centre half forward. He's done getting back there for Tiwi. All the time in the world, that man. He's that quick. Dashed in the hams. Nice little kick over the top to Travis Tambling. And that one was straight out of bounds on the full. The captain shook his head before it even went over. So Marcus Topham.
Oh, clever.
Done well here. Travis Tambling making up for that last mistake.
Another former Wanderers players, boys. Travis Tambling.
Aaron Daniels just swings it around on the right. It's a beautiful kick. So they've moved it well here. Here's Jeffrey Simon. Good kick to Munkara. Keeps his feet, does well, gets boots a ball. And Aussie Wanamiri takes a mark. Another set shot from about 45 out on the slide angle. Hodgie, you would have seen a bit of Aussie over the years. He's got the journey in the legs.
Yeah, he's very good kick for goal. Obviously very experienced, and He's such an important leader to the Tiwi Bombers, so outstanding to see him play his 150th game today. A great servant of the footy club and given him so much, and it'd be great to see him slot this.
Here he is in his 150th. The great man from Tiwi, Ozzy Wanamiri, on the approach. Kick on the way is a good one. So he gets his first, salutes to the crowd. And Tiwi extend their lead.
Well, he's an absolute superstar, Ozzy Wanamiri. Started his career at St Mary's, where, of course, he was a premiership player as well. Went across to the Tiwi Bombers in their inaugural season in 2006-2007. Also snuck in 31 games for the Melbourne Demons in there as well. Returned to the NT and played for the Tiwi Bombers, part of their premiership in 2011 and 2012 when they defeated Nightcliff. So, absolute superstar of the team and a mentor to many in the team as well, Hodgie.
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. We know how knowledgeable Rick Nolan is, and he knows everything about football in the territory. Matty Hepworth, that is super impressive.
Isn't it?
It's almost like Ricky Nolan has written notes and given them straight to Matty Hepworth.
No, see, the thing is, he's not reading them. That is all in his brain.
Of course.
That's all in his dial. He's doing well, the big boy. Very well. I'm very impressed. Are you impressed?
Oh, mate, super.
As we're back away in the middle, and Tiwi with another clearance. And young Jeffrey Simons just being pinged for holding the ball there. And there we have it. It is quarter time here at TIO Stadium, where it's the Wanderers 2 behinds to Tiwi Bombers 4-2-26. We'll have a quick break and be back with the second quarter right after this.
Flying down to Alice today. Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO words. Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO, storm staying, kids.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal clothing for all school-related activities, whether it's 50 or 500 students. We have what you need. Contact the Cricket and Football Shop NT for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best of the year.
And everywhere.
Intersport new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Boys, we're a real big problem. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to everybody. I'm talking about family violence. It's time we said no more to family violence, isn't it? Think about it.
Family violence is a community problem and it needs a community response from all of us, and sport is a big part of that. But we can all do our bit by being respectful to each other. Please make this year the year we say no to family violence.
Welcome back to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season round 13 action. It's Tiwi Bombers taking on the Wanderers. The Wanderers just the 2 behinds in that quarter to Tiwi 4-26. Andrew Hodges, Tiwi well and truly in control, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I think obviously they played their brand of footy and probably they didn't have control of the full quarter, but they did enough to keep themselves up and obviously the defence sort of held them together. We talked about Wanderers probably had more inside 50s sort of midway through that quarter, and the Tiwi defence stood up and did a really good job. But, you know, when they got the ball into space, they scored quite easily. And I think Brenton will be talking to the guys now about continue working hard, applying pressure and getting that ball forward, because once they get it forward, they are very efficient inside 50.
Yeah, as you said, Hodgie, a lot of chances for Wanderers inside 50 there on the other side of the coaching box. What needs to happen with Wanderers now in order to get some goals on the board?
I think they're almost trying to play the Tiwi brand of footy, go quick and try and get in as quick as they can. They almost maybe need to just control tempo of the game. You know, if they've got the footy in their hands, the opposition can't score. So I think that'll be the priority for them, is just to get the ball in the hand as much as they can.
Yeah.
You know, we saw at times there they did lower their eyes and slow the play down and just control the ball. When they did that, they probably looked a little bit better. So I think that would maybe potentially be something they can look at for this quarter.
Is it just a case that it's too hard to keep up with Tiwi's pace? The Wanderers have got to play it on their own watch, their own conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. Use the ball a bit better what they have, but you know, having said that, Tiwi are pressuring them into making these skill areas.
A lot of that, yeah.
Yeah, and they're getting numbers to the contest. So credit to Tiwi, they had a really good quarter, and you know, it looks like they might go on with it. But Wanderers have got some very experienced players out there, and I'm sure they'll straighten up and control this quarter a bit better.
Yeah.
Few of the Motlop boys were outstanding in that for the Wanderers that quarter, Hodgie, but some of the younger kids as well. Some of them look pretty good, don't they?
Yeah, Marky White up forward. I think he's the leading goal kicker in the under-18s competition at the moment. He's had a great season. He's only 16, 17 years of age, so very promising there. Stanley Tipalura also playing forward, a young Tiwi lad, running around for Wanderers, and he you know, he looks pretty impressive as well. But, you know, obviously the experienced players, and Thomas Motlop, premiership player at Wanderers, Nook Mansell, Aaron Motlop, JJ Motlop has been out with a knee injury the past few seasons. To see him out there now after all the rehab and work that he's gone through to get himself right, it's great to see him out there.
Talk about some of those some of the big outs for Wanderers as well. Liam Patrick, Braden McLean, Daniel Wheatra, and a big game last week from Joseph Salmon, all out for Wanderers.
Yeah, those blokes don't grow on trees. They're pretty hard to replace. So, yeah, big hole to fill. But look, I'm looking forward to this quarter and seeing what Wanderers can do to get themselves back in the game.
Yep.
I reckon the great Liam Patrick will be at Largemano, the king down there, and Largemano will be watching. Greetings to you, sir, as we're back underway in the second quarter here at TIO. Motlop goes off the deck. Ham's effort to eat. Beautiful handball to the running Babui off half back. So they've done well again here, Tiwi. Adam Tipperwood, he just held up for the moment. Comes inboard to Jakura. To Hams. He's got Heenan out wide if he wants him. Misses Heenan. Heenan might get it back though here from Wilson. Just a bit of a stinker of a handball there. As Marcus Totham there to mop things up for the Wanderers. Motlop with a quick kick.
Slip through the hands there.
For Cabillo. Hams again for Tiwi. He's been good today. And just like that, we're back inside attacking 50. And beautiful run down.
Wow.
Crunch.
Get the free for that?
Tangatalen.
It looked like Tiwi were going to make a bit of a meal of that with the transition of play here. Fumble, and Wanderers sort of had an opportunity to clear the ball. But again, that man Babui across half back, he's been outstanding.
Unbelievable, isn't he?
Yeah, unbelievable. Got the ball inside 50, and Ross Tangatalen, it's fantastic to see him chasing and laying tackles. You know, Tiwi are in a good space and they're playing good footy when he's chasing and tackling.
So Tangatalen has already got 2 on the board in that first quarter, lining up for number 3. On the 45, will kick from about 45 out to the left. He's got it, so he gets his third, celebrates with the lads. And Tiwi off to a flyer here early in the second quarter.
Well, as they were in the first quarter as well. Hodgie, at what point do Wanderers start to get a little bit worried that when that margin starts to blow out?
Oh, look, I think they'd be concerned about that already.
Yeah.
You saw there in that contest, then they won it through the early on. Then Tiwi chipped the ball sideways, come back inside, because all the Wanderers midfielders just went back inside 50 straight away and got numbers back. Tiwi didn't blaze away. They were patient, and obviously it paid off for them. So I think Wanderers are going to be concerned here, but they just got to get their hands on the footy and control it a bit better.
Yeah.
So we're back in the middle by Thomas Manning there. Great umpire in the NTFL. Throws the ball up. Kukura gets wrapped up, goes off the deck. It's a ball out to centre wing. An interesting sort of tap on there. That was from Tipperwoody to the tune of Adam. Heenan gets it. Goes inboard, inside. Tungatala with the one juke. Just drops it at the last moment. He's hustling out of the way, though. He's done well. Aussie Wanamiri gets a quick handball up. Michael Wilson to cross the face of goal. Over the line.
Was that a cheeky little chuckle there?
How good is Ross Tungatala?
His confidence is up, isn't it?
He knew where the ball was going to land. He just held his man out and worked into that space.
When words fail, you can just get out a cheeky little laugh sometimes, can't you?
Josh Wilson taking the mark down there. Here's Keelan Fajo. On the outer wing, has absolutely nothing. It goes long down the line and almost out of bounds on the full. Yes, it is. So again, Tiwi looking to move it quickly off half back. Puran Tatamiri. To Michael Cooper. So Puran Tatamiri gets it back, goes inboard. It's a good kick. To Wilson, gets a quick handball off to Michael Dunn. Go inside, drop mark at the last moment. Here's Jonas Nicky. Sattler. It's the side of the boot. Still in play, no, over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, Tiwi very sound defensively at the moment. You can just see sitting in our position, the whole team sliding as one, getting back in, protecting that dangerous space so Wanderers unable to get the ball inside 50.
Well drilled Tiwi outfit. I just tell you what, Hodgie, you wouldn't want to bump into them in the finals, would you?
No, they can do some damage once they get their full side. Obviously, Dion Moncada not out today. He's probably been their best player for the season. Still got some good players to come back in. So this game's still a long way to go, but they're looking pretty good at the moment.
Heenan with the barrel up to half forward. Ball pops out the back to Burgess. Here we go. In the Aussie Wanamiri direction. Aussie!
Well done.
Don't play on, just go back and drill it.
I thought he was about to palm it off there, wasn't he? Gestured towards it.
Outstanding mark, but how good was the kick from Adam Tipperwoody? Just put it in exactly the right spot. You know, Aussie good enough to sort of hold that space out and put his dukes out when it mattered to take the mark.
So Aussie Wanamiri to drill his second in his 150th. About 35 out. Kick on the way, well controlled off the boot. Celebrates. Runs straight to the bench for a break. And then Cyril tells him to turn around and go straight back.
And when Cyril tells you to do something, you do it.
No problems, Cyril.
Just seeing a little bit of off the camera, just a little bit of friendly banter and rivalry, if you will.
I think it's a free kick to Tiwi in the middle of the ground already. So.
Oh, wow.
High contact inside 50.
Can't be doing that. Jakura's out by himself. That's ignored. Comes sideways. Roy Farmer, one of my favourites. Pops it over the top.
Gee, this is starting to look dangerous now.
Woody, he is on fire, that young man. That's a great kick.
Leaping mark.
I'd be worried about leather poisoning for Adam Tipperwoody at this stage. He's had a hell of a lot of it.
Yeah.
He has, hasn't he? Was that a joke?
Yeah. No, he was just stating the obvious.
Yeah, no, you're right.
He's had a lot of it.
Why were you looking at me weird? He's Puran Tatamiri right on the fence. He's up against it.
Quite literally.
We didn't write these jokes. They're just flowing. It's Puran Tatamiri. That's just to the right. Good effort though. Difficult kick.
That was a very tough angle.
Gets a high five from the man that was standing on the mark from the Wanderers there. Did you like that sort of gear there, Hodgie? Received a high five from the opponent.
Makes coaches nervous, that sort of stuff.
So here's Motlop. Has absolutely nothing. Nothing's going on. Going to go long. The Mayer direction. Oh, he nearly held on to it, the big man. Unlucky. Michael Dunn. Smith Thompson do battle. Smith-Thompson wins that one, goes backwards to Sattler. Off a step, long down the line. Good kick and a good spoil. Coming over the top, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
I think at the moment, boys, Tiwi are just outnumbering Wanderers at every contest. 2-1, 3-1. They're just working extremely hard. So, we said earlier, Wanderers just somehow need to just get control of the ball and slow the speed of the game down a little bit.
Ball thrown back in. Wanderers with the numbers here. They should do all right. Motlop goes off the deck, gets it inside, attacking 50. Here's Purantatamiri. Goes without it, flicks it out the back. What a handy flick, really. That's a dangerous kick straight up in the air. Mungatopi. Hams, he's been impressive as well today.
So is this man, he's been great.
Paddy Heenan directing traffic off half back. It's a nice kick out wide. It sits there away. It is. And away we go. Purantatamiri. A nice smother there from Tommy Motlop. And a big crunching tackle by two Tiwi players, and we'll have
Tiwi are just so all over it. I mean, they got chopped off there, and within a second they pounced right on top of that Wanderers player there. They are just so quick and really on top of the game at the moment.
We're thrown back up. Player over the top, Tipper Moody. Handball to himself. Nice follow-up tackle from him, and we'll have another stoppage.
Outnumbering a contest, their intent to tackle, their intensity in the tackle, it's been outstanding so far. Obviously, it's really tough conditions out there, but they're obviously running across the ground really well.
So a nice clearing kick out of there, and that one's straight over. And we'll have a ball in.
Gentlemen, I have a patchy view of the weather radar at the moment with a small storm front coming in from the east at the moment. So a little bit grey over TIO Stadium at the moment, but we will keep an eye on that to see if it'll actually bring any rain.
Nice tackle there. Motlop with the kick. Dangerous one at that. Gets over the back. They are absolutely away. Purantatamiri gets run down by Totham. Well done by him. Goes off the deck. Here go the Wanderers. They've got numbers. Needs to be a bit clearer, and they've turned it back over. Here's Burgess, has a bounce, goes for home, and across to the right. Absolutely nailed there as he kicked it.
He's been impressive early on as well. He's given them first use around stoppages. He's been very impressive.
So a quick kick coming out, and Motlop's away. He just throws on the boot and gets a kick, gets a free kick downfield, pushing the back. Good fair bump there. So here's Motlop and half forward to the tune of Thomas. Throws on the right. It's a good lead and a good kick, although chopped off at the last moment.
It just feels like the Bombers have got more players behind the ball.
Sort of felt like the Benny Hill music was about to start up then.
They do that. They're working a lot harder than Wanderers are at the moment. Obviously, it's shown on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So ball thrown back in. Tap down. But again, Tiwi with the numbers. Hams pops it over the top. That's a good kick. It sits. They're away. Jeffrey Simon. He's quick. Nice kick. They're away again.
Just making this look too easy.
Tipper Moody. Just to the right. 3-4-A behind. We've got
There's a whistle there.
Not sure really what's going on here.
Wanderers free kick. I think the Tiwi Bombers water carrier was inside 50 for that kick in.
I've gone to no one on the play now.
I don't think I've ever seen that free kick happen, Hodgie.
Yeah, it's there. It's in the rules. Probably a bit of a ticky-touch one, but obviously it's pretty close to the boundary line. And in a hot day like this, we need to make sure the players are well hydrated, but it is in the rules, so they've got to clear out of that 50 for the kicking to make sure it's clear.
Marcus Totham receives right in the middle of the ground, turns around quickly.
This is the type of play they need, boys.
Tom Motlop, that's a beautiful kick.
Come on.
Great build-up. Jaden Aldridge moves it quickly.
Brings him forward a little bit more, but a little bit off-centre now. Hodgie, good thing, though. They can get forward, but a little bit more off-centre.
Yeah, I think this is young Tipalura, isn't it? Yeah, Stanley.
Yep.
He's a good kick for goal. Played in the Thunder Under-16s Carnival last season in 2018, and probably averaged 3 or 4 goals a game. So he can kick a goal.
Stanley Tipalura to open the account for the Wanderers. It's across the face, and that is absolutely stinking checking there from Tiwi Island. Just allowed Jaden Adams to run and jump and mark.
Well, Jaden's lining up for this, boy. We talked about... sorry, we'll let him kick the goal.
Jaden Adams not stuffing around, puts it through, and the Wanderers get his there first.
Step.
Just the build-up to that, obviously I put a bit of pressure on poor young Stanley there, but just the lead-up with Totham and Motlop through the middle, just lowering their eyes, making sure they control the footy, and then obviously Eldridge hit up at the ball and Thomas Motlop hit him on the chest. So this is the type of build-up that they need, as Tiwi are almost zoning as a team when they get behind the footy on slow play. So there are opportunities there for Wanderers. They've just got to be patient and make sure they hit their targets.
They were asleep there with the Tiwi Bombers.
It's really not over, Nick, till it goes over the boundary line as well. And, you know, not just in the NTFL, but in the AFL as well, you see that. And that really frustrates coaches. I imagine that would really frustrate you, Hodgie, if you saw something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So ball thrown back up in the middle. Here's Paddy Heenan with the clearance. Just over Jakura's head. Motlop with him. You feel as though Motlop needs to go to him to shut him down because he is on fire at the moment, Jakura.
Yeah, Motlop's probably been one of the better players for Wanderers, and you know, there's so many. Who do you put him to? He's been in good form, Thomas. So can't shut everyone down, but obviously he's just playing a leadership role across half back at the moment.
So Tiwi just searching for their ruckman. I don't think anyone's in.
Is it? Yeah, who's going for that?
Not really sure.
I don't think anyone did.
Anyway, we're away again. Here's Tungatalam, just throws on the right quickly. Everything's working for that man today. Burgess goes with the high tackle. Umpire says play on. Well cut off there from Sagiba. And a beautiful kick.
Look impressive.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. No one go. Is that? You don't teach that, do you, Hodgie? It's not a strategy in the book, is it?
No, I think, and this is Brenton Toy, one of his strengths as a coach is to understand the natural abilities that these Tiwi lads have, and obviously sets them up really well structurally, but lets them play with a bit of flair. And
it worked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tungatalam looking for the cheap handball, the big boy.
He was ready.
Gabriel Marika running with him. Meanwhile, Tipamudi to the tune of Albert. Throws on the right, good looking kick. He's snuck it home. He gets his first, and Tiwi extend the margin again.
Yeah, I was going to say before he kicked that, he's probably one of the best kicks for goal, Albert Tipamudi, over a lot of games. Very experienced player. But I didn't say before he kicked it because I didn't want to look silly if he missed it. So
you just did that with Tipalura.
Yeah, so I just thought I'd wait this time. So, but yeah, everything they're doing at the moment is turning to gold. So, you know, outstanding work rate. Like we said, defensively they're working really well. But also when they go forward, they're just pinpoint accuracy with their feet is very impressive.
So back in the middle. It feels Scotty Mayer would win that one. Does, straight down the throat of Hardog. He goes inside, attacking 50 for the Wanderers. This is better from them. Bit of a throw there. Umpire says that's all right. Sorry, that was done. Better pressure here from the Wanderers. And a high tackle and advantage played, and they are away. Just like that. So here's Sagiba. Does well. Gets a handball over the top. Just run out of room. Kick goes in towards Mankara. They're giving away a free kick. Goes on the right and misses it. Just gave him a nice little cheeky drag back there and received Mankara. Very cheeky.
We had another experienced player too there today, boys. So yeah, a lot of experience for Tiwi and a lot of young players running around as well.
So Motlop. For Brenton Motlop. As Totham on short, ignores that. Decides to head long down the line in the big boy Mayer direction, just out of his hands. Crunching tackle from Tipamudi.
Just so impressed at the Bombers' pressure.
Have a look at that.
Well, inside that contest there, boys, look at it, there was 5v4 and it was actually Wanderers' way. So
wow.
Tiwi's ability to put pressure on.
Yeah.
on the ball carrier and cause that turnover, and Paddy Heenan just gets the ball inside 50. He knows every time they go inside 50, they're a strong chance to score. So get it in nice and quick, and this is the result. Get a shot on goal.
And from one kick as well. Sorry, Hunty, that turnover, one kick, and now they're lining it from one kick.
Kicking with the breeze here as well.
Jeffrey Simon, nice off the boot, the young man. Beautiful work from him.
Impressive.
And he gets his first. And Tiwi, well and truly in control.
Just there again, boys, you see the pressure they put on one-on-one. They didn't all get sucked to the footy, and just quick ball inside, forward setting up in dangerous positions. Wanderers just caught out, so can't go any better for Tiwi at the moment, and probably couldn't go any worse for the Muck-Mucks.
Yeah, the Bombers haven't won as many as they probably would have liked this year. They're 4 from 12 at the moment, but I tell you what, the 4 games that they've won, and certainly looking very close to 5 today, they've won really well, as we can see on screen now. It's looking a little bit overcast over TIO Stadium at the moment as well. Be interesting to see if some rain comes in and changes the state of play at all, boys.
Tungatalam gets held onto a bit. Umpire lets that one go. Clearing kick there from Aldridge to centre half forward. Nice defensive work. Out the back there from Tambling. Beautiful work from him. Hits up Tungatalam. Does a bit of candy. You'd be mad not to when you're that man. And they're away. Here's Prince Hadamiri. Goes with a little chip wedge over the top.
I reckon Ross Tungatalam's that... Sorry. Beautiful.
Very clever.
I reckon Ross Tungatalam's that good that when he kicks the ball, if he does miss it, he makes the ball bounce up into his teammates' hands.
That is a very unique skill.
He's that good. He can do anything.
Are you trying to say he's God?
Pretty close to it.
So the kick on the way is a good one. So Sagiba, he gets his first, and it's raining goals here at TIO Stadium.
So those grey clouds, it's not raining in the sky yet, but as you said, Nick, it is raining goals for the Tiwi Bombers.
9-6-60 to the Wanderers 1-8. 19.5 minutes gone in the second quarter.
We've probably got 3 or 4 minutes left in this quarter, boys. If Wanderers need to sort of play this quarter out, the probably best way to do it is just to probably be a little bit more accountable. Turn the tide of the pressure back on the other way, and when they do get possession of the footy, just hang on to it and just slow the game right down.
Mayer goes with the big punch, and it works out to Hartog. We're inside attacking 50 now are the Wanderers. Matty Hepworth's lost the plot.
I was watching UFC.
And they're at half, the full-back there. It's a drop ball. Umpire says play on. Mungatopi. This goes off the deck. He's on a 3-on-1. The 3 win. They go backwards. They've worked it well, Wanderers. Oh, great tackle.
Crunching tackle.
Burgess.
And they'll take off with it as well.
Absolutely they will. So away they go off half-back. Nice work there from Munkara. Gets it inside attacking 50. Geez, they're away over the back. Off the deck. Love it.
Amazing.
I love it. What a goal.
They're making something from nothing at the moment.
Absolutely.
Tip and Woody.
We've seen Wanderers a few centre clearances this quarter. Get inside 50 quick. They look quite dangerous, but they just can't finish. The Tiwi defenders do enough until their support comes. We saw Burgess with the tackle there before. He ran 30 or 40 metres to lay that tackle. Look at Simon Munkara. He actually used his foot to kick the ball back inside into his own advantage so he could pick up and put this ball to space for his teammate. And obviously anything's working for him at the moment.
Albert Tip and Woody just off the deck. No worries. Everything is going Tiwi's way.
Well, you are watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL thanks to TIO NAFL's Apia and MacArthur River Mining. The Wanderers 1-2-8, Tiwi Bombers 10-6-66.
If Cyril's, next time we do the Tiwi game, I wouldn't mind a GoPro sitting on Tiwi's head just so we can cross to Cyril. Big crunching tackle in the middle. High circling.
So exciting to watch, boys, aren't they? Why wouldn't you on a Saturday afternoon get your backside down here to TIO Stadium? If Tiwi Bombers are playing, pay you $12 or whatever it is to get in and watch these boys go to work.
The ball thrown back up. Mayer to himself. Gets wrapped up. Gets the kick away. So Hams there. Gets held onto. Umpire says play on. And that one's over the line. What are they going to do here? And pay deliberate. Bit harsh, I thought, in the contest. But anyway, had plenty of stoppages. Let's get it moving. So Marika. There's long. Michael Dunn there. Have a look at this man. Oh, he's one of my favourite players, Hodgie. Michael Dunn.
Very smooth.
That is a great kick as well.
Boy Farmer and Sterney.
Absolutely. So away, Silvani Babui.
Field for days.
Been very busy today. Goes inboard. That's a great kick to Wilson. He plays on. Lowers the eyes. Just gets over the top. Here's Tangatalam. Keeps it in front. Well done, Motlop.
Wanderers, great work to mop that up there.
Aaron Motlop. From Mansell. To Thomas Motlop at half-back. Have done well here, the Wanderers. Don't want the ball popping out the back with Tangatalam. They did well there, the Wanderers back fence. The lightning in the background there.
A bit of lightning.
Doesn't, especially when it's 5 million degrees and 2 million% humidity.
That's official numbers too.
Yeah.
Straight from the Weather Bureau.
Yep. Is Aaron Motlop. And it's smothered over the line there from Mungatobi.
One of the players missing for the Bombers today, Wanderers, sorry, Liam Patrick, believe dubbed the larger Manu Lightning. It was a game when Thunder, Eventi Thunder many years ago, I think he took it from the back 50 all the way to the forward 50, and the Thunder rolled through about 5 minutes later. He was that quick.
Unbelievable. A great man too. Motlop goes off the deck. Nearly the mark down there to Adams. Motlop off a step, quick kick. Right to the line and a good mark. Taken from Puran Tatamiri, plays on quickly. Has one bounce. Hopefully he'll have a second in a minute. No, he won't. Pops it over the top. So again, Tiwi quick off half back. And a free kick from interference there. Umpire says no play on. One's out of bounds on the full.
I think it's free kick down the ground, high contact after the kick.
Okay. So Stanley Tipalura to take the kick. Let's turn it over. Majikura gets taken out of it. Beautiful work there from Kibolo. So 24 minutes gone, almost 25 in the second quarter. It's Tiwi Bombers 66, Wanderers 8.
Any notes or special comments from Ricky Nolan in Bali at all?
Nothing yet. No. Got absolutely nothing. I'm waiting, eagerly awaiting.
Sure, he'd be on the stream.
He's busy drinking his non-alcoholic pina coladas in his budgies.
In the mocktail and budgie smugglers. Those are the big boy.
He went and had a back wax specially for the occasion as well.
There we go. It's half time here at TIO Stadium, where it's Tiwi Bombers 10-6, 66, Wanderers 1-2-8, and over in Bali, it's Ricky Nolan having a back wax. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts. Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO. Storm staying, kids.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal clothing for all school-related activities, whether it's 50 or 500 students. We have what you need. Contact the Cricket and Football Shop NT for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Let's see. Roma, Verona.
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Intersport new concept store now opening Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, dance, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Boys, we're a real big problem. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to everybody. I'm talking about family violence. It's time we said no more to family violence, isn't it? Think about it.
We've all got to say no more to family violence. Family violence is a community problem and it needs a community response from all of us, and sport is a big part of that. But we can all do our bit by being more respectful to each other. Please make this year the year we say no more to family violence.
Welcome back to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. Around 13 action. Tiwi Bombers taking on the Wanderers. Wanderers just 1-2-8 in that first half to Tiwi 10-6. 66. Andrew Hodges, Tiwi, we've said it all game, well and truly in control, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They've played some great footy so far, but what's been most impressive is their defensive efforts. Not just individually, but as a team, their ability to be able to roll back and help each other out, and but winning their one-on-ones as well. So they've been very impressive early on.
I've been so impressed with their work rate as well. I mean, obviously on the scoreboard looking fantastic, 10-6, 66. There was a passage of play there where Wanderers were in control. Sorry, the Bombers were in control, and then there was a turnover, and within seconds the Bombers got it back again. So, yeah, fantastic effort.
And, yeah, great first half there from Tiwi. As we just look at the screen there, we're about to get underway, and away we go with the second half at TIO Stadium. Wanderers, can they get the first clearance? Looks like it's going that way. Motlop just goes without it. The Tiwi with numbers. They've had numbers all game, and kick has gone a fair way backwards. So Silvani Babui has a bounce. Dangerous kick. Jakura direction out of his hands. Drops a sitter. Motlop gets a handball away. And this is better from the Wanderers. Good start.
Great start. Great start. Who needed it?
Mark White taking the mark in attacking 50 for the Wanderers, Hodgie.
Yeah, look, Tiwi not afraid to go backwards and maintain possession of the ball. Didn't quite come off from that time. It was a fantastic kick. I think it was from Babui into Jakura. Just couldn't quite get his hands on the footy. And look, Wanderers, they need to make them pay when they get these opportunities.
Absolutely. Mark White on the approach. Figetti's first. That's a good kick. Good start from the Wanderers.
And I will be happy with that one. Mark White from the local Backett community, where many Wanderers players and supporters are from. Played earlier this year in round 6 and 7s, come through the club juniors as well. 15 years old apparently.
Yeah, he's an impressive player. I think he's actually leading the goal kicking in the under-18 competition here. Kicked plenty of goals, and obviously, you know, we've seen there that he's very capable with the set shot, and went back and put him on the scoreboard early, which is exactly what they needed.
They are. Many are passionate Wanderers supporters there in the Baggett community.
So they get it back to 52 points. Marcus Topham out of the middle gets wrapped up. Gets handball away though. So Wanderers come out firing this second half. Thomas Motlop puts it on the right boot. Jakura's going to cut this one off, you'd feel. It's a handball over the top. That's a free kick with holding a man. Big crunching tackle from Brenton Motlop, I think it was.
JJ. You're right. But early on this quarter, you've seen already there, Wanderers just had more numbers around that contest, and you know, unfortunately gave away the free kick, but their intent to get to the contest and put some intensity around it's been impressive so far.
That's the word I was going to use, intensity. I feel like the intensity is really lifted.
Ashton Hams with a nice kick. Finds the captain in Patrick Heenan. Eddie Heenan just held up for the moment. Not a lot going on. But, with the kick, the true centre half forward. Gets over the back. Simon Mankara there for Tiwi. He's tracking the ball nicely. It's being held onto a bit. Umpire says play on. Well worked there from Jonas Nicky. Puts it on the left. Finds Tom Motlop. Wanderers looking very impressive early in the second half. So that mark has just turned straight over on Jason Purantatamiri. So he plays on. They've been running it wild off half back all day today, these boys. Babui comes in board to Michael Dunn. Here he goes, he's away. Nothing much happening. Kicks it into space. It's a good mark. So Michael Cooper.
Bombers had to slow it down a bit as well, not as quick-paced and fast-flowing as it was in the first half.
Fair dinkum push there. The umpire said no worries.
It's James Bond-style roll as well. They covered from it. I love that. When a player gets tackled, they go down to the ground, they do a roll, and they get back up like nothing ever happened.
Don't even know what you're talking about.
I'd be down there a week later.
A nice tap down there to Fajo. In and off the deck. Might pay off. Tom Motlop takes a good mark. Almost went on with it. So Tom Motlop will get it back here. Just ran straight to trial. And that is holding the ball. Well done there from the two Tiwi boys. So Burgess keeps it in. No, just over the line.
I'm not sure if Thomas wanted that ball back then, but probably they're two better players today, Thomas Motlop and Eldridge. Bit of a blue there between the two of them, but they've tried hard all day, so.
He just ran straight into a train, didn't he? So ball thrown back in. Half forward flank for Tiwi. Wanderers again with numbers. Topham throws on the right around the corner. Good kick. Tom Motlop front and centre. Does it well. Gets it up to centre half forward. Seen that a bit through the legs. Wanderers go inside and they've worked it well. And a good mark there by Josh Wilson.
Yeah, they've looked a lot better this quarter when they go inside 50 with a bit of purpose. When they bomb away and look for that contest, they really haven't had it there. But when they've gone inside 50 with a bit of purpose, nice and low, they've generally had someone on the end of it, and it creates these opportunities that they need to make the most of.
Wilson, awkward ball drop, and that's 50. So Michael Dunn jumped over the mark. So we'll get another look at it. A certain goal this time. To the big Josh Wilson.
Played for Premiership player for Port Douglas in the 2018 Cairns League. Be a nice part of the world to play footy in Port Douglas.
Absolutely.
The coach killer this one. Obviously, we know he missed that set shot. But another opportunity now to kick the goal. Brenton Toy wouldn't be too happy allowing Wanderers to kick the first two goals of this quarter.
So here he is, the big boy, and Josh Wilson drills it.
Well, it's a long way back, but that is a good way to start. And Wanderers 2 within the first 6 minutes. It's the way you do it. You've got to creep back that margin. I mean, it's a long way to come back, but yeah, 2 in 6 minutes, and really holding the Tiwi Bombers up this quarter as well. I like what you said before, Hodgie, just about accuracy. We've seen Wanderers had a lot of forward entries within that first half, and a lot of the time it was just chopped off or turned over. This time, far better accuracy, and it's reflecting on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and forwards just working a little bit harder to get on the end of it as well. The teammates up the ground working extremely hard to get it down there. Need to give them a bit of reward for it.
Here we go. Tiwi out of the middle this time. Here's Tom Motlop playing off half-back. He's been outstanding all day. And he just sees that one over the line and will have a boundary throw in.
Even though Wanderers clearly winning the hit-outs in this game, Tiwi doing a fantastic job at ground level with their clearances, getting the ball forward.
A bit of sharking going on, you feel, from the Tiwi. Wanderers win at that time, and they're away through Smith-Thompson. It's a kick up to half forward. Again, better work from the Wanderers. Smith-Thompson gets it back, gets wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire circling, holding the ball. So well done from Tiwi. And they're away quickly. Mungatopi gets it over to Harley Purantatamiri. He's got time and space. It's on the boot. Good kick, half forward. Well chopped off too there by Marika. Good effort. So the big boy as long to half forward. Aaron Motlop out of his hands. Eldridge goes without it. There's 3 of them there. They should sort it out. Eldridge, good kick, lowers the eyes.
Wowee, what a change this is.
Yeah, they're not without a chance. Obviously, the biggest difference is they're just getting numbers to the contest, and their intensity is a lot better than what it had been in that second quarter.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they give themselves opportunities to get back in this game.
Yeah.
Stanley Tipalura lining up for his first. A fair kick for the little man. See if he's got it in him. Kick on the way is to the left. Through for behind. That's his second behind for the day.
See, the lights have just come on at TIO Stadium. That storm's still hovering, hasn't brought any rain yet. Certainly a little bit of lightning around, but no rain as of yet. Who would rain favour, Hodgie, in these conditions right now between the two teams?
Oh, look, I think you'd think it would be Wanderers, but Tiwi actually are a very good side in wet conditions. Obviously, they get a fair bit of rain over there on the island, and they're used to playing those conditions. So, look, I don't think it favours either side. I think might slow the tempo of the game down a little bit, but I think they're naturally doing that anyway, just trying to control tempo of the ball.
Yeah.
Harley Purantatamiri out of Jakura's hands. Day's giving away a free kick. And Marika. Advantage paid, is it? No, it should have really been.
It's been a clumsy couple of minutes, hasn't it, boys?
It has.
Clumsy free kicks and just taking a little bit of a sting out of it, which I think Tiwi would be quite happy with.
Tom Motlop. Middle of the ground. Tungatalam stands the mark. Need to get him back in the goal square for a bit of action. Here we go. We're inside 50 now for the Wanderers. Michael Dunn does well, gets out of trouble. Handballs it to no one. Goes back, suckers off the ground. Better from the Wanderers. Aaron Motlop, though, wrapped up in the tackle. Have a look at that for fancy work from Purantatamiri. Runs back into trouble. Tamlin gets dumped. It's over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw-in.
Intense passage of play that was.
Ordinary. Absolutely.
Again, just numbers to the contest. Obviously, in the first half, Tiwi would run that out of there pretty easily, but Wanderers are able to keep it inside their 50, which is a win for them.
Eldridge went straight to Heenan. Good body work there. Although here we go, we're away and off to the races. 2 bounces, gets a handball away. Here we go, Tungatalam puts the Jets down. Thomas Motlop running him down. He won't catch him. No, Tungatalam in space. Goal! Tom Motlop, you thought he was going to get him, then it looked like he was running backwards.
It was almost like he was teasing him. And he wasn't even in. I'm not sure if he was in second or third gear, but he put the afterburners on and finished it quite well. So
just have a look at this replay here. You see him, he gets it, he's flat-footed. And then you just see Motlop get, and then he just goes backward, poor Tommy boy. And just couldn't do it in the end.
From there.
You can't chase that man down.
I think that's his 4th for the day. So, look, he hasn't had a hell of a lot of the footy, boys, but when he does, he makes them pay. So, the more Tiwi get in his hands, the excitement machine that he is, it's it's going to sew the game up for him.
50 points. They get it back out to Tiwi, and we're back in the middle. Big Mayo getting the tap down, but Tiwi at ground level again. It's a clearing kick there from Daniels. Straight down the throat of Hartog. Umpire asked to play on. Here's Motlop. Sells a bit of candy. Gets his head ripped off at the same time through Paddy Heenan. He's got him a bit high. Went for the tackle and just slipped a bit high at the last moment. So Brenton Motlop, hit it at half back, plays on the left, long down the line. Again, Tiwi through Tambling. Up to Paddy Heenan. Goes inboard. Jakura goes without it. Done. Here's Aussie Wanamiri, game 150. Good looking kick. Look at that for a kick. Straight down the throat of Adam Tipperwoody. You couldn't have played that one better, Hodgie.
Yeah, they just showed all the experience in the world. Knew exactly where to put the ball. Saw which way Tipperwoody was moving. Just put it to his advantage and great kick. But obviously it was a bullet and he needs someone pretty handy on the end of it. And Adam Tipperwoody has had a hell of a lot of the footy today. And I would imagine he'd go back and finish this.
Adam Tipperwoody lining up for his first. Kick on the way. He's hit the post.
Ricocheted off the post and right back for him there.
Not saying anything from now on.
No, I might get you to leave actually, Hodgie.
It's that chair. We're going to have to replace that chair.
I know. If I was with Ricky, he usually has a recliner, but they've taken it out this week.
One of the lazy boys?
Yeah. So we've gone inboard. So this is better from Wanderers again. The kick over the top to Jonas Nicky. Honours the lead from Eldridge. Good lead, good mark. Puts a hand in the back. Well, Farmer thought he gave away the 50. He dropped the shoulders.
He was defeated.
He was. The umpire said, no, that's no worries. That's a good kick. The big man in Jaden Adams plays on quickly. Here's Smith Thompson in attacking 50. Drop mark, dangerous drop mark right there too. But Tiwi again with numbers. They've settled in well now to this third quarter, although they've just turned this one over. They play on quickly with Mansell. He gets the kick away, comes over the top.
Oh, gee. There's a goal out of that? I think so.
Billow.
Checking, and we're away.
He just worked his way back into that to kick a goal, Odgie.
He did. He knew exactly what he was trying to do. He crowded that space.
Yeah.
Knew he was jammed up against that goalpost, but did a great job to finish the wingman.
Absolutely.
But you see, Wanderers have had plenty of scoring opportunities this quarter, and I think Tiwi have gone a little bit away from what worked for them in that second quarter in terms of their team defensive work. You see here, great effort by Joel Cabillo.
It's very clever.
Very clever. But Tiwi just taking their foot off the pedal a little bit defensively. They were very sound early on in the game, and especially that second quarter, and they've just dropped off it a little bit in terms of just working closely as a team in that area.
Ball thrown back up. One down. Keelan Fajo with the clearance. Hams with a big punch towards the boundary line. But it's Wanderers first to the ball. Done for Tiwi. Off he goes. It's a good kick. One's Tambling, and they're out here. Paddy Heenan. Have a look at them run.
Yep, running. They've got space. They've got numbers.
That one's chopped off. No, it isn't. Nice ask to go on Aaron Daniels, and pops it over the top.
Need one more from there.
Jeffrey Simon, sorry. It's the problem with having two first names. Here we go, inside 50, no. It's coming back. Wanderers kick by the looks of it. No, is it? No.
It is Simon Mankara.
Simon Mankara.
He was held onto in that contest. And probably rightly so, given the free kick. But advantage could have been paid, and they were in an open goal. I think play had stopped, so good call from the umpire.
So Simon Mankara lining up for his first. Been good today, cross half forward. On the approach, he's got it straight through the middle, so he gets his first. And he gets Tiwi's 12th.
Of course, many of the Mankara family are well known within top-end football as well. You've got Dion Mankara and Jack Mankara as well. So, as we know, with many territory footy families, many big names and runs in the family.
See Aussie Wanamiri coming back on the ground. Been impressive too today. 2 goals to his name. Angataman getting to the wing. And we're back in the middle. Bit of a scrap on. Ball in dispute on the ground. By circling and holding the ball. So harsh but fair, I would have thought, Hodgie.
Yeah, he did sit on the footy there, so a bit unlucky. Eldridge has been good around stoppages today.
Jeffrey Simon comes out wide. Kick. Just too easy. Around that one, have a look at that kick. Absolute bullet. Aussie Wanamiri.
Again, Babui off half back. He's been fantastic, boys. He's defended really hard, and he's been creative for them when they've got the ball in hand. So I don't reckon he's missed too many targets today. And again, just lowered his eyes. Aussie Wanamiri, great present up, and Babui hit him on the chest.
Yeah, have a look at Jonas Nicky standing backwards on the mark. He is. And he turns around now. Austin Wanamiri from 52. Big kick is off to the right. Through for a behind. So Tiwi Bombers move to 12-8-80. Wanderers 4-4-28. 18 minutes gone here in the third quarter. So Motlop. And look around. Doug Mansell. Players out wide if he wants. Chooses to go the other side. Well-weighted kick. Aaron Motlop off a step. Joel Cabillo was held up well there on the mark. He would have been away there. Comes inboard. Jonas Nicky with the quick handball. Back to Aaron Motlop. Good build up here from the Wanderers. Big fly. Good mark there.
It's 2-on-1. That was always going to be tough.
The Ashton Hams. Time to slow it down a bit. Here we go. Adam Tippermoody, if he gets out, he's away. Very quick, the little unit. He goes backwards.
nearly got
Almost
run
ran
down.
down. Burgess with the kick inside 50. Look at that. On an absolute platter. The Ross Tungatalum. He goes quickly. Not the best kick. Still going to work though. Munkara sells a bit of candy. Goes back to Burgess. So well done.
Yeah, very clever, very creative. Ross Tungatalum. Munkara could easily could have blazed away across his shoulder there, but did the same thing. Burgess, who was involved in that passage of play, getting inside 50, worked really hard to get forward and get involved. Adam Tipmorty, fantastic through the middle. Looked like he was almost held up and caught, but found a way out of it.
Burgess, kick on the way, straight through the middle. Good goal. Well done, Tiwi. They extend the lead even further.
I've just been really impressed. Every time that you feel Tiwi Bombers are on the back foot in a passage of play, they manage to make something out of nothing. And in that case, we got a goal out of it as well. And I think that's a credit to their work rate today as well, is that every time that Wanderers put on the pressure, Tiwi Bombers just seem to be able to find a way out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've increased their defensive pressure in the last couple of minutes. We talked about how we thought it had dropped off the first half of this quarter. And I think the message has come out from Brenton Toy and the very experienced runner, and Cyril Rioli. Junior Rioli's been out there giving some messages, and they've straightened that up.
Just a couple of minutes left in the third quarter. You're watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL thanks to TIO, NAFLs, Apia and MacArthur River Mining.
Contest won there by Wilson that time. They're away again. Randy Mungatopi has a bounce, flicks it up to himself. Another big bat from Mollock. Gets crunched in a tackle, and he's given away a free kick for too high. So Randy Mungatopi,
I think that was too high in the back.
Everything.
Tripped. Take your pick.
It was an aggressive
absolutely
tackle.
Everything.
And 50.
And 50.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Let's take a bit of a sting out of it now.
Yeah, that's tough. The Wanderers have worked so hard in this quarter as well. That margin was always going to be the hardest thing they were up against. Every goal that Tiwi gets, you just feel it puts them so much further in front than they really are.
Sorry, it's Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper it was, and he kicks the footy up on the Michael Long centre roof, and it pops back down again, so well done.
Hate when that happens at home.
Oh.
Can't get that back from the neighbour's roof. That is goal.
You have a look at this centre clearance work from him. Hammers in the young man. Have a look at that.
It's a tackle though.
Big tackle, wasn't it? Bump.
Then
in the back, high. Irish could have thrown in a bit of Irish dancing there too. Hodgie.
Very, very impressive. Young 16-year-old, or I think he's might be 15 still, but he off the wing just beat his opponent in. Very proactive, and just pushed his way inside 50 and really created something out of nothing.
Ball thrown back up. Mayo with the big tap. Fura gets run down. He'll get it back. Nice little handball out the back. Burgess comes out to Wilson. Paddy Heenan at half forward for Tiwi. Promising looking build up. That's a beautiful kick. So Albert Tip and Woody.
Dangerous.
Ankara, handball, snap over, through everyone's hand, out the back, look at that!
Did he get the boot on it? Oh, he's celebrating.
He
He did.
Ali Puran Tatamiri.
And once again, that's what I was saying before, just something out of nothing. You feel they were on the back foot there, a dangerous kick, still got a goal out of it.
Ali Puran Tatamiri. Fun from him.
Simon Munkara has been outstanding this quarter in the forward line, almost the game, but I think he's on game 198. Plays his 200 in a couple of weeks, so very experienced player. Aussie Wanamiri, he's playing his 150th today up there. Plenty of experience. Jakura through the middle, and them playing some really good footy and mentoring these young Tiwi players through a pretty impressive sort of lead at the moment.
So ball thrown back up. Breaker in the middle. It's on the deck. Here's Roy Farmer at half back. Beautiful tackle there from Motlop. The ball in dispute, although it pops out. It's Cabillo. Motlop goes without it. Big man nearly gets run down, gets boots a ball. Good kick inside 50.
Great mark.
A great mark taken there to Stanley Tipalura.
He had his name written on that, didn't he?
He did. Yeah. Good leap up at the ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, he ran and took the ball at his highest point. I think I'll put the nose on him early, but he's generally a pretty good shot for goal, young Stanley.
So the margin stands at 70 points. Stanley Tipalura on the approach. And it's across the face. He gets the margin back to 69.
I'll keep quiet.
So we're away again. Jason Purantatamiri. Burgess. Have a look at this. Have a look at this space.
Space for days.
Silvani Babui.
Arms it
Goes
off.
with the kick. Austin Wanamiri.
Aussie.
He goes. Go back and
He's
kick
hovering,
it.
he's hovering.
Go back and kick it. What are you doing?
Gee, nearly played on there.
See Ross, Tunga Talent at the back saying, pointing at goals. Everyone else is leading up at him.
Aussie's kicked a few in this situation today. Be smart from Rocco to tell him to go back and have a shot.
Yeah, well, he's got the distance. He just missed from about 52 out before, Nick.
Yeah, it was. So here he goes, Austin Wanamiri. Kick on the way is good. No, it's just brushed the post.
Unfortunate, because that was an amazing, that went from coast to coast. Kicking from Purantatamiri out wide. Great, unfortunately didn't finish it.
There we go at three-quarter time here at TIO Stadium. It's Wanderers 4-5-29 to Tiwi Bombers 15-9-99. We'll be back with the final quarter right after this.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO words. Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO. Storm staying, kids.
Another life saved with the Chemist Warehouse app. Take control of your health and wellness. Download now.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal clothing for all school-related activities, whether it's 50 or 500 students. We have what you need. Contact the Cricket and Football Shop NT for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Let's see. Coma, Verona.
Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best of the year.
And everywhere.
Intersport new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Boys, we've got a real big problem. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to everybody. I'm talking about family violence. It's time we said no more to family violence, isn't it? Think about it.
Family violence is a community problem and it needs a community response from all of us, and sport is a big part of that. But we can all do our bit by being more respectful to each other. Please make this year the year we say no more to family violence.
Welcome back to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season at TIO Stadium. Western Wanderers 4-4-28 to Tiwi 15-9-99 as we have a look there at the photo of Cyril and young Austin Wanamiri in game 150. Great shot, isn't it, Hodgie?
Yeah, fantastic. It's great to see Cyril out here, you know, putting back into local football and helping out with Tiwi Bombers. Obviously, the young players, I think, in that side would get a big buzz seeing him run around. But, yeah, great for him to come out and support the Tiwi Bombers today.
4-time premiership player, Norm Smith medalist, 3 times All-Australian. He's an absolute superstar. Cyril Rioli, bit of a shock to men in the AFL community with his retirement this year. But, you know, home was calling, and for us, we're so lucky that home was right here in Darwin. And, yeah, great to see him as a runner for the Tiwi Bombers today. We'd like him to see go one better as perhaps a player for one of the NTFL teams, but doesn't look likely for this season. But was still in great form before he retired, Hodgie.
Yeah, it's just outstanding to see him out here, you know, helping out, putting back into local footy, whether he's playing or not. It's just great to see him at the footy, and the locals get a big buzz out of seeing him around.
Of course, the great Amy Blake from AFLNT Media taking that shot. It was up on the AFLNT social medias all today. It's had plenty of hits as we're back underway. The final quarter, but it's Tiwi with all the answers and in control as they get a clearance from Mansell up into the forward 50. Wanderers just going off the deck at half forward. Big tackle there from Roy Farmer. Umpire circling and say he'll ball it up.
Even though we've talked about it, boys, Tiwi well in control of this game. Plenty to play for Wanderers. I know finals probably there's still mathematically a chance, but not likely. But, you know, a bit of pride on the line here for the Muck-Mucks.
So Roy Farmer moving that quick then when he went to kick the ball was back behind him. Ashton Hams, that's a beautiful releasing kick. Look at this.
Space.
Adam Tipper, 2 bounces, 3 bounces, 4 bounces. Goes on the right. Too easy from the big boy. Beautiful work from the little man in Adam Tipper. He gets his first. Yeah, well done. Tiwi defence again, just dominant down there. Stopping any sort of forward movement that Wanderers have got, but they're able to turn defence into attack so quickly. Their transition is amazing, and Adam Tipper playing on half-forward flank, played up high. You see here, ball got out to him, and, you know, off he went. He's had plenty of it today, and he's probably been one of their better players as well. So, really good finish, great support from his teammates.
Another one of those AFL names, of course, the cousin to Essendon's Anthony McDonald-Tipungwuti as well, and Adam kicked 2 against Wanderers last week. Oh, thank you. Last time.
Here we go.
Each other last week.
Jakura to Hams. Hams comes out wide. Tipungwuti, man of the moment. Got Mark there from Puruntatamiri as well, though. It's held on to a bit. Umpire right there, though. He's done well in the 2-on-1. Now 3-on-1. But Aaron Motlop goes back and gets it. Tom Motlop. Around the corner. Can't drop those marks. Ham puts it in the Aussie Wanamiri direction. Keeps his feet, hands off to Burgess. That's a nice little cheeky handball. Jeffrey Simon on the right. Across the face.
Jeez, that handball from Aussie, though, wasn't that sneaky?
Yeah, he almost took the mark as well.
Yeah.
He's been very dangerous up there, hasn't he, boys?
Yeah.
So Jonas Nicky to the kick-out duty. Doug Mansell out on this side by himself, ignores that. Sattler. Marcus Totham, that is, he's kicked that straight up in the air. Aaron Motlop. Inboard, that's a nice kick. Finds Jerome Motlop. Stanley Tipalura. Up to centre forward, bit of a falcon there. Roy Farmer being held onto. He's done well. Gets it out to Michael Dunn. Wilson to Hams. They've come out. They've worked it well. Have Tiwi. They're on centre wing. And they're away. Harley Puruntatamiri. Tungatalan doesn't miss many of them. I don't know what Faja was thinking then. Sorry, Jonas Nicky was thinking there. Travis Tambling. And at the feet of Paddy Heenan. So Wanderers turning this one back over. Go inboard. It's a dangerous kick. It's a good one of the work out. Here's Gabriel Marika screaming inside 50, lowers the eyes. Snap shot on goal is across the face. And out of bounds on the full. And they move it quickly to Tiwi. They've done it all day. They have not stopped running. This ball comes inboard to Michael Dunn. It's Burgess, been impressive. Winds around. Inside, attacking 50. Tungatalum stays on the ground. He might get it here, Roscoe. He does now. What's he going to do, the little magic man? It's a nice kick over the top. And they fight over it in the air. Young Jeffrey Simon pulls it down. He'll line up for his second.
It's been very lively today, boys, across half forward. He's given them plenty of pressure when they don't have the ball, but when he's got it, he's made some good decisions, and generally it's turned into a scoring opportunity for his team.
Jeffrey Simon on the approach for his second. Kick on the way. He's pretty good. Good one from the young man. He gets his second.
We're showing the build-up to that play, boys. Down back, Jason Puddin-Tatamiri and Babui been fantastic all day. They've defended
and
Michael Dunn. Yeah, they've defended really hard when they don't have the ball, but when they do get hold of it, their ability to take off and create for their teammates has been super impressive. And generally, when those three boys touch the ball, it generally ends up inside 50 and ticks the scoreboard going in the right direction for Tiwi.
There's a reason, that they've got 17 goals today, and those three gentlemen there have set up so much of that as well. I mean, so often the forwards get credit for 17 goals on the board, but those three players, as you mentioned, are the driving force behind that.
Burgess gets dropped downfield. Young Hartog gave the umpire a bit of a mouthful as well, and he's on report. So Austin Wanamiri looks like will line up, and he will line up for goal number 3.
Storm was a bit of an anticlimax before, gentlemen. It's all gone now.
They turned the lights on and everything.
Yeah.
Austin Wanamiri. Game 150. Kick on the way. He's straight through the middle. So he gets his third. He's had a good game in game 150.
So we look at some of the numbers on the ladder before this game. We know that Tiwi Bombers, they are 6th on the ladder with 4 wins from 12 games, but their percentage point is actually higher than Palmy Magpies, who are a game above them. So Palmy Magpies have won more. So we know that when the Tiwi Bombers have won those 4 games, they win by big margins as well, and we've seen that again today, Hodgie.
Yeah, look, and Palmy are yet to play this weekend. They play tomorrow, Waratahs out at Palmerston, so that'll be an interesting game. We'll keep a close eye on that because obviously, Tiwi opportunity to go into that 5th spot if Palmerston go down.
Yeah, win today certainly helps keep them in the finals race, that's for sure.
So the Wanderers with the tap there. Oh, good tackle there from Marika. One from the big boy too. But we're away again. Tiwi. It's a handball away. No, it's a throw. So they move it quickly. Advantage paid. Marcus Dotham goes with the handball. Aaron Motlop lowers the eyes. Good kick.
Aaron Motlop, veteran of the Wanderers Football Club, legend, premiership captain of the club as well, and Thunder. Has been outstanding today. He's really led from the front. Him and cousin Thomas Motlop have been pretty good for the Muck-Mucks.
So here's Mark White lining up for goal number 2. Pretty tough angle from about 40 out. Kick on the way is pretty good. And he celebrates too, the young man. Well done. He gets his second.
There's been glimmers for the Wanderers today. I mean, it's a blowout on the scoreboard by any means, but, some really good passages of play and still moments of some really good intensity as well.
Yeah, young Mark White's been impressive when he's had the ball in his area. He's had opportunities to have shots on goal. He's generally finished, so only 16 years of age still, so plenty of footy ahead of him. But obviously, yeah, Aaron Motlop, like I said, has been impressive for the Wanderers, and Thomas Motlop as well. So obviously, you know, some positive things there, but obviously they just need more teammates chipping in and working hard.
84 points, the margin as it stands now. Holding the ball. It is Hartog asking the question again. Very happy to say. Anyway, meanwhile, back in the middle. Well, not a lot of movement going on. And forward, so he just goes long to centre half forward. Paid the mark.
And coming back. I don't know whether that was an advantage or a disadvantage for the Wanderers there.
You can't pay advantage if it's a mark.
Yeah.
There's that. So.
Touche.
So we're back at centre half back for the Wanderers. Zilio. Just a bit of kick to kick here for the moment. Motlop.
They've been forced to do that. Tiwi have got back and got numbers behind the footy, but there's no Wanderers players forward of the ball really working hard to present for them.
That's a good mark. No, play on. Umpire's called it back to him. He's going to throw it up.
A lot of stop and start this quarter, boys.
Sure is. Absolutely. Big punch from the ruckman out there for the Wanderers. Simon Munkara goes over his head. Big Nicky to Motlop. Comes out. Joel Cabillo, he's been impressive too. Gets a handball over the top. Cabillo will receive again. It's Hartog. Oh, Albert Tippermoody. Good courage show from him. Sorry, Adam Tippermoody that was. Albert Tippermoody this is. Kick out to Roscoe Tagatalam, and he is away. Has one bounce, has two bounces. The kick on the way, it's a good one. Look at that, straight down Aussie's throat. Handball unselfishly over the top. Well, Simon Munkara gets the goal.
I think all three could have had a crack at goal there. They worked that right up to the square.
I'm just going to be my column here. I'm just going to give them a goal each.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair, yeah.
Just, you know, they did a good job, I thought.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does that ball bounce up for Ross Tagatalam perfectly every time he goes near it?
Yeah.
Andrew Hodges, are you saying he controls what the football does with his mind?
He absolutely does, but outstanding kick to put Aussie Wanamiri in his 150th game, and then Simon Munkara in his 198 let him finish it. So their teamwork today has been outstanding, defensively and offensively. They've shared the footy, they've shared the workload, they've done a great job.
Absolutely. Ball thrown back up in the middle. The boot out. Paddy Heenan off the deck. It's it out. Tiwi Bombers. You can just watch the Tiwi Bombers. They just absolutely sprint and run, although Tippermoody runs over the line then. He's run hard all day.
Again at that stoppage, Paddy Heenan sort of sat on the defensive side of a stoppage for Tiwi all day, and he's generally had an impact at almost every stoppage he's been at. He's had a touch or a tackle, or he's been involved. He's really led from the front for Tiwi today, along with Burgess and Hams. They've been fantastic, and Jakura around those stoppages.
I feel as though Adam Tippermoody's really stepped it up a notch with the absence of Dion Munkara, Hodgie.
Absolutely, yeah. He had a good game last week. I think he kicked 4 or 5, and again this week he may not have hit the scoreboard as much, but he's been extremely dangerous up the ground and been a big part of every forward thrust that they've had.
Michael Cooper throws on the left end, the Jakura direction, drops some mark. He's dropped a couple today. He might get it back though. Have a look at this. Roscoe goes a banana directly in front. Only he can. The great man.
They can raffle it off, and they're making it look so easy, boys, but they are working extremely hard to create these opportunities. Their pressure off the ball and on the ball carriers been outstanding, and has created so many opportunities to hit the scoreboard.
And it looks good. You know, it's good, clean passage of play. I mean, it's probably not good if you're a Wanderers fan watching the game, but it's still exciting. You know, the margin's nearly blown out to 100 points, and you're right, Hodgie, the Bombers haven't taken their foot off the accelerator.
Yeah, Brenton Toy's got them playing really good footy today. Obviously, their structure's been fantastic, and they're, like I said earlier, they're just working so hard for each other, both defensively and offensively.
96 points as it stands right now. They've stepped it up a notch, have Tiwi, after the Christmas break. This is good work from the Wanderers. Marcus Totham from 52 out, no one home. Jason Purantatamiri takes off, as he's done all day.
Just so quick, Tiwi.
Gets it back, the old 1-2. Good running from that man. This is good. I'm liking this. A lot of 1-2s happening. Entertainment plus here at TIO. As Hodgie said earlier, you'd be mad not to come down and have a look. Look at this, just going casual as you like and putting it out of bounds on the floor.
Bit of an anti-climax, but the young lad there, Michael Cooper's actually had a really good game. He hasn't done many things wrong, so we'll excuse him for that one.
Absolutely. What Ricky Nolan's thinking right now. What was his take be, do you think, Hodgie, on Tiwi?
I'm not too sure. He's probably a bit concerned about the other week talking about me stealing pies from his house. I don't know. I actually don't know where that's come from. I've never been to the Nolan Towers.
Are you saying he made that up?
No, it's only reserved for royalty to get up there. So I hear that it's he doesn't like people going up. He's a bit precious with his corgi, so...
And we're inside 50 and the mark taken there by Josh Wilson. Corgis. Didn't know he had corgis.
Nolan Towers, yeah, I've never actually been there, so I don't know how I stole his pies. So
he was saying diet pies too.
Diet pies, yeah. Like the low-fat sausages that Ricky eats.
That's a good kick from Josh Wilson, and he gets his second.
Gonna have a low-fat pie to celebrate.
Big Wilson has worked his backside off all day, boys. He's done a majority of the ruck work, but he's gone forward. I don't think he's been off the ground too often, so he's tried hard for the muck-mucks all day, and a bit of reward there for some effort with that goal.
Greetings to you, Ricky. He'll be watching this on his iPad in the pool, I reckon, over in Bowling. I really reckon he will be.
I'm picturing that, to be honest.
In his Speedos.
Or budgie smugglers. He'd have special St Mary's ones made, wouldn't he?
He would, with gold diamantes on them.
Yeah, boy, there's some food for thought.
Beautiful tackle there from Heenan. Doesn't get rewarded with a free kick. Nice work from Purantatamiri. Spins out of trouble.
Wow. He put the boot up to try to stop it.
Aaron Motlop gets run down. Umpire says play on.
Okay.
Motlop throws it on the left. Courage shown there by all players. Again, Tiwi work it well. Hams off a step. They're absolutely everywhere. Heenan marks. Rocco Tangatalum calling for it. And I bother.
90 points up, boys, and their intensity has not dropped off one bit.
Yep.
They're still going hard to tick that scoreboard over. Defensively, you know, their effort here. Adam Tippenwoody missed the ball and obviously then chase and tackle. Didn't get rewarded for it, but the effort was fantastic.
Ozzy Wanamiri for goal number 4. Pick from about 40, 50 right on the dot. That's a good kick. He's squeezed it home.
What a way to celebrate 150 games, eh?
He's celebrating that, man, as I look down. I just wouldn't mind a bit more Cyril time now. It's a bit more party time out here at the moment.
He's thirsty. Take the water. Take the water into it.
You'd have to think about the impact that, you know, Cyril being around the group today, what that's done for him. You know, they've been fantastic all day, and maybe the excitement with him being in the crew and having lunch with him earlier today has probably had a big impact on the side, especially the young players. They've been outstanding, but the senior guys, the Wanamiris, Tangatalum, Paddy Heenan, Jason Purantatamiri down back have all been outstanding for the Bombers.
Absolutely.
That scoreline might be getting to some of the Wanderers players. Apparently it's very quiet on the Wanderers bench. They were much more vocal earlier in the game, but it's pretty quiet down there now.
Solomon Mankara does well, works himself into the contest. But Wanderers with the numbers. Get it off the deck. Gabriel Marika. He's the brother of Raven Marika from Palmerston. Gets it out to Tom Motlop. Throws it on the right. Lowers the eyes. Good kick. Finds Marcus Totham.
Thomas battled hard all day. He's played in a few different positions.
Marcus Totham's turned this one over.
But it did not work out well for him.
Away they go again.
Oh, that was
Jeffrey Simon, very clever from that young man. Free kick given away down ground. A push in the back.
It's a great reading of the play there before. Had a Wanderers player coming at him at full steam, stopped, let him pass, and then went on.
Eddie Heenan gets it. That looks like Paddy Heenan's going to try and join the party. It is raining goals.
He's probably running his distance here, but Paddy said earlier he's been outstanding around stoppages, played through the midfield all day. It looks like he's gone forward late in the game to hopefully hit the scoreboard.
So here he is, Heenan. About 50 out. It's a big booming kick. Holds a line. That's a goal. Turns to the Tiwi faithful and pumps the fist. And Paddy Heenan gets his first.
He's definitely been in their better players today. You could look across the ground, boys. I don't reckon they've had any passengers, the Tiwi Bombers. No. That's been the difference. And you've probably had not too many contributors for the muck. So Tiwi, very impressive display here. And Paddy Heenan has been great all day, and it's good to see him go forward and hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, we know Aussie Wanameri celebrating his 150th game today. Paddy Heenan did exactly that just before Christmas time as well. Described as the glue that keeps the team together, focused, handy midfielder and a goal sneak as well. And well, he didn't sneak that one through. There was nothing sneaky about that.
Yeah, and just a great bloke. So good to see him get that reward for all the effort.
It's like Ricky Nolan's the glue that keeps us together, although he's away this week. There's no glue on his back as he got it waxed before he went to Bali. And away we go. We're back inside 50. Out of the hands and over the line.
What's Hodgie then? The blue tack or the...
I've brought the standards down. I'm sorry.
The Bosch glue stick?
I think Sir Nolan will be back next week.
The super glue. The staples.
The staples. Ball thrown back in attacking 50 for Tiwi. Ashton Ham spins out of trouble nicely, gets it back, throws it on the left across the face though. Still in though. So Purantanamiri taps it to advantage, gets it over to the other Purantanamiri, and here's Michael Dunn.
It's party trick time, boys. I think obviously Michael Dunn and Jason Purantanamiri have played down back all day. They've snuck forward in this passage to try and hit the scoreboard.
Absolutely. We have a look at the Tiwi bench. The great Cyril Rioli there, just having a bit of a spell. He's been running water all day. He's been doing a great job. And that's hit the post, that one. Gives himself a short jabbed right to the head for missing that one, young Michael Dunn.
2 balls on the field there for a second.
The kick from full back to Tommy Motlop. On to draw the player, does so. Put the cue in the rack. It's fair to say, Hodgie.
Yeah, it didn't pay off for him there, obviously, but you can't discredit the Tiwi pressure all day has put them under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And caused a lot of turnovers. So, credit to Tiwi. They've been outstanding applying that pressure and turning that into, movement forward.
So ball thrown back in. Good hands there from Cabillo. Releases Motlop. As a third bounce. Goes with a long kick down the line, and that is out of bounds on the floor.
Just a couple of minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's all but over. You're watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL thanks to TIO NTFL, Apia and MacArthur River Mining.
So Tiwi across ground with quite a dangerous kick. Tambling's good enough to get boot to ball. Jeffrey Simon goes without it. Tried to tap it to advantage. Does well. Umpire just letting it roll. I'm liking it. Umpire says that's okay as well. And when you've got about 3 players on and you miss all of them and hit up a Tiwi player.
Guess who it is?
So the kick comes out. Here's Daniels. Burgess wraps straight up, drops the ball. Good chase down there from Motlop. Over the line, and we'll have boundary throw in.
Silvani Babui has not put a foot wrong all day today, boys. He's won his one-on-one contest. He's used the ball so impressively. I don't reckon he's missed a target. He's been awesome for them down back.
Ball's thrown back in. Looks like Travis Tambling is carrying a bit of an injury. Might be coming to the bench. Maybe Mareka taking home,
I think.
And they're away. The advantage is paid. It
He
is.
just couldn't get his hands on the ball, though.
Could be holding the pill. It was a good chase down. Well, the ball's coming back here. Oh, Paddy Haynes giving away a kick for in the back. The look of it. So it'll go to Sattler. Out wide, but chopped off. No, drop mark. Marcus Totham. Pops it over the top. Sort of a nothing kick.
I caught up with Brenton Toy during the week, and he talked about Roy Farmer, and that's Albert Moody, sorry, but Roy Farmer, how smart of a footballer he is. You've seen him all day today, just directing traffic down back and cutting the ball off. But you know, every one of these Tiwi players has you know, really played well today, which is, you know, made it a bit easier when they go forward. They can you know, kick the scoreboard and just put this big margin in on the board.
You look at that margin today, and next week Tiwi Bombers go up against Southern Districts, and I mean, they have been the competition leaders from the start following their success of the grand final last year. And you look at that margin today and you think this is a team that could put it to Southern Districts next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the impressive part of this win too is that it's just what it does for their percentage.
Yeah,
you know, it's going to be very important when they're sitting around that fifth position. It might come down to percentage at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So this is a critical win for the Bombers.
Mareka with the kick, good mark. Mark's been paid. No, it's through for behind.
As for Wanderers, well, next week they'll go up against their crosstown rivals, St Mary's. So both hovering down the bottom of the ladder. And once again, as you said, Hodgie, not beyond both the teams at the moment, but they really need to win most from here. So next week will be a big game for Wanderers again.
Yeah, it's going to be a big ask.
So there we go, it's full time. Here at Marara Bills Tiwi. 2 good in the end, 22-11, 1-43 to the Wanderers, 6-5-41. We've spoken about it all day, Hodgie, but how good were Tiwi?
Yeah, outstanding. Great team effort today. Didn't have any passengers. Everyone contributed to that win, so super impressive, and I reckon they've come back after Christmas in really good shape. And going to have a real good crack at the end of the season.
Matty, you just spoke about the Wanderers playing St Mary's. It's a game they must win, isn't it?
Yeah, look, it certainly is from this point, and for St Mary's it's exactly the same as well. I like to try and narrow down just a couple of favourite players on the field, but so many today. I mean, Babui just absolutely wonderful, setting up so much for the Bombers. Michael Dunn as well, Ross Tungatalam up front there, and of course the 150 gamer in Aussie Wanameri, spectacular as well.
Aussie Wanameri with 3, Tungatalam with 5 in the end. He's the excitement machine of NTFL. Thanks for joining us today. It was Tiwi Bombers 22-11, 143 to the Wanderers 6-5-41. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.